Fred Allen in the shadow. Well, maybe the glory days aren't back, but radio is gaining some new listeners with what's called shock radio. The question is it entertainment or just plain vulgar? Judd Rose has talked to shock radio's leading practitioners.
Daybreak in the nation's capital and time for the morning rush.
Yeah, buddy! Have you heard who the new patron saint of Ethiopia is? Karen Carpenter. Ah!
Shocked, offended, outraged. Perfect. Don't touch that dial. You've hit the grease spot.
DC 101, starting your day with the Greaseman.
Starting your day with the Greaseman is a guaranteed eye-opener. No bland banter here. The morning man of Washington's WWDC radio is, well, let him tell you.
Oh, baby, I'm redneck. I can't help it, I'm a redneck.
Believe it, the Greaseman spins records, but he plays no favorites. He pokes fun at blacks, Hispanics, gays, women. It's silly, it's scatological, it's downright...
unsavory.
Want to talk unsavory? Try this. Back when the Greaseman was making a monkey of himself in Florida, he got national attention tormenting death row prisoner John Spenkelink.
I'd wake him up every morning. Morning, Spink. How you doing today? Just 2 more days to go before they strap your tuckus in that chair. And then the day they did it, I did that countdown to eternity. Had a little bacon frying, the sound of a scream as Spenkelink went to his great reward.
Such excursions into doubtful taste have brought great reward to the Greaseman, who in 2 years in Washington has seen his income and his audience soar well into 6 figures.
The Greaseman is great. He appeals to the vulgar side in all of us.
Yeah. He's dirty. My wife thinks he's pretty sick, but I just think he's pretty talented.
Well, Howard Stern now, he was sick.
Hey, Howard, you know your poster in your album?
Yes.
What does it look like?
Picture me whipping an old woman.
Offensive, tasteless, abrasive, and that's Howard Stern on his good days.
I wish they'd bring back slavery. I swear to God, I do.
Let me hear some of Jew TV.
Yes, Nazi landing.
Blacks, Jews, in fact, every ethnic, religious, and racial group in New York is fair game for the baddest boy in broadcasting. Howard Stern preceded the Greaseman in Washington, then took his act to WNBC, becoming notorious for bits like lesbian dial-a-date.
Who gets offended by lesbian dial-a-date? It's some uptight jerk who says, gee, kids are going to listen to this and become lesbians. Now, isn't that absurd?
Listen, I'm tired of hearing every day your profanity, your scatology, your obscenity. It's all an American. It's all communist plot.
And it's all too much for many. Some listeners and some sponsors complain and wonder where the line is drawn.
We want to be zesty and lively, but by the same token, you just don't want to scare everybody away. I'm not doing this just to see how much notoriety I can get. It's a business.
Indeed it is, and a big one. The Greaseman and Stern are near the top of the ratings, but more important to advertisers, they're #1 with the key young adult listeners, and the industry is taking notice.
They may provoke, they may irritate or cause some furor, and like Howard Cosell, for example, people may not necessarily like, but they tune in to at least hear and perhaps get upset.
With shock radio spreading now to more stations, the question becomes more pressing. How far is too far? But then, how high are the ratings? In an aggressive age and in a competitive business...